Rick and Thad.
What it do, my people? Thank you for choosing Total Payout Podcast. We're chilling with your host, Trouble. Today's date, April 6, 2026. Got 3 games on deck for y'all today, 3 NBA games. We got New York versus Atlanta, Detroit versus Orlando, and Portland versus Denver. Let's go ahead and break these games down. First game on deck, New York versus Atlanta. Third meeting. First meeting, December 27th. Home game for Atlanta. Atlanta plus 5.5. New York on the money line, 128, 125. Over the total of 244. Second meeting, January 2nd. Home game for New York. Atlanta plus 4.5. Atlanta 111.99 under the total of 239. Now last 10 head-to-head, New York 6-4 straight up last 10. Atlanta 6-4 against the spread last 10, and then the over is 6-4 last 10. Now New York's profile, they're 1-5 against the spread last 6, 9-3 straight up last 12, 2-6 against the spread last 8 versus Atlanta, and they're 4-1 straight up last 5 versus Atlanta. Now Atlanta's profile, they're 16-4 against the spread last 20. They're 18-2 straight up last 20, 13-0 straight up last 13 at home, but they're 1-5 straight up last 6 at home versus New York. Now, my personal line, I got New York -1, total around 230. Atlanta opened up -1.5, 228.5. I'm gonna go ahead and roll with New York in this game plus 1.5. New York has to start winning these type of games, man. Atlanta's been winning these games, so I wouldn't be surprised if they won this game. And I understand the reservation if you heard this and was like, man, I don't know. But I just think New York does good in Atlanta. Atlanta 1-4 against New York at home. Obviously, I can understand if that doesn't matter. But I think New York needs to win these games. Their antenna has to be raised. This might be a team they see in the playoffs. They have to win these games. They have to start showing some type of dominance, on the road at that. Because I don't know if, they can lose every game on the road and just rely on home wins the first round, and then in the second round they're in trouble. So they have to win these games. They have to start showing some type of dominance on the road. So give me the Knicks plus 1.5 to wake up on the road against a team that they usually win in their home court. Now, second game we're going to handicap, Detroit versus Orlando. Fourth meeting, October 29th, home game for Detroit. Detroit plus 1.5. Detroit 135, 116 over 226. Second meeting, November 28th, home game for Detroit. Orlando plus 3.5. Orlando 112, 109 under the total of 230. March 1st was the third meeting, home game for Orlando. Detroit -5. Detroit 106.92 under the total of 224. Now, head-to-head last 10, Orlando was 7-3 straight up last 10. Orlando 6-4 against the spread last 10, and the under is 7-3 last 10. Now, Detroit is 26-12 straight up overall away from home. 22-16 against the spread overall away from home. Detroit is 17-6 straight up away versus the East, and they're 14-9 against the spread away versus the Eastern Conference. Now, Orlando is 24-16 straight up overall at home, 19-22 against the spread overall at home, 14-12 straight up at home versus the East, and 9-17 against the spread at home versus the East. Now, my personal line opened has Detroit -5, 228. Line opened up Detroit -1.5, 226 in the hook. I'm gonna go ahead and roll Detroit on the money line. Obviously we know they're better than Orlando. Orlando is in a back-to-back sequence with New Orleans. So I do expect them to be kind of dragged on a back-to-back travel day as well. Detroit's probably already in Orlando, chilling, watching their game against the Pelicans. So go ahead and give me Detroit money line, waiting on them, better than them, playing excellent basketball right now. They're hitting on all cylinders, even without their superstar. So go ahead and give me Detroit on the money line. Now, third and final game we're going to handicap today, Portland versus Denver. Fourth meeting. First meeting, October 31st, home game for Portland. Portland plus 5.5 came through, 109, 107. Portland on the money line, under the total of 239. And then the second meeting, home game for Portland again. Denver plus 1. Denver put a shellacking, 157, 103. I'm talking about dynasty type game, over the total of 240, beat them down. March 22nd was the third meeting, home game, Denver -8, Denver 128, 112 over 235. Now head to head last 10, Denver 7-3 straight up last 10, The spread against the spread is 5-5 last 10, and the over 8-2. Portland profile 5-1 against the spread last 6, 5-1 straight up last 6, but they're 2-4 against the spread last 6 versus the Nuggets. Now the Nuggets are 3-6 against the spread last 9, 8-0 straight up last 8, 1-4 against the spread last 5 as a favorite, and 2-6 against the spread last 8 on Mondays at home. Now my personal line, I have Denver -7, total around 233. I think Denver opened up like -9, I think it was like 232 or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and roll with the dog in this game. Portland +9 in this game. Obviously we know Denver probably gonna beat them on the money line. I wouldn't be surprised on that. But Portland, Denver as a favorite, not great, 1-4 last 5. So they're winning, but they're not covering those spreads. 2-6 last 8 on a Monday, beginning of the week, sluggish. So and Denver's a sluggish team to me by nature. When I watch Denver play, they're sluggish. They come on late. So hopefully we can get Portland to be winning this game in the fourth quarter and Denver pull it out late. That's what I'm expecting. Portland been playing tough last month. They're trying to catch the Clippers to get that. I think it's the 7th or the 8th seed. One of those seeds they're battling with the Clippers for. They beat the Clippers the other night. I think they got a game coming up against the Clippers. Clippers lost to the Spurs without Wemby the next night. So I'm expecting the Blazers to compete for the rest of this couple games that they have to overcome the Clippers to get into the playoffs in a better seed than they're already currently slotted. So I'm expecting them to cover this line, not win on the money line, but to compete against Denver. They did get shellacked. I understand that 54-point win is a win that we can't sneeze at, and then they turn around and beat them by 16 the next night, double the spread -8. So it's gonna be a tough one, man. They were -8, -9 this game, so it's kind of like the same spread, same scenario. So we just hoping Portland plays tough. Hopefully Drew and them come out and ball out. So let's go ahead and recap today's picks. We got the Knicks +1.5 on the road against Atlanta. We got Detroit money line against Orlando on the road, and we taking Portland +9 on the road. So we got road warriors today. We got all the road warriors today. I want to thank y'all once again tuning in. Total Payout Podcast, chilling with your host Trouble. I do appreciate you guys giving me your time today. Please give me a like, comment, and subscribe at the end of this video. Today's date, April 6, 2026. Like I always say, man, please stay out the way. You guys have a good one. Good Monday. Thank you.
Hey, Rick and Thad.